Hello there, ladies and gents. How you all doing? And welcome back to Foolcraft 3. Hello, yes, we are back on modded Minecraft. Fantastic. Now, first things first, you may notice down in the hotbar, there's been a bit of a change to the tools that we have. That's right, we have the wub tools. Yes, we have a wub hammer, a wub axe, a wub pickaxe, and a wub shovel. Now, if we actually have a look in at the actual items themselves, now let's have a look at the pickaxe first. Look at that. Look at the durability. 3,200. That's nearly 3 times more durability than a diamond. And if you have a look at the hammer, 16 attack damage. This thing is great. Even the axe, 12 attack damage. This is like the red sword that we had last episode. So these are the new tools. However, we are actually going to be replacing these in a moment. But I'll just tell you how we actually got those. Down in the mines, you may have seen there was the wub ore. Now, we didn't actually, I'll explain all this in a moment. We didn't actually collect any of that last episode because we didn't have a high enough level. Now, we actually went ahead and made a diamond pickaxe and went and did a bit more mining and actually were able to collect some of that wub ore. Now, if you actually smelt that down, you see this stuff here. Here we are. The wub ore. Now if we collect that, you get these wub gems. Now these smelt down to the ingots, and you can use these to make these wub tools. Now these are a lot better than diamond when it comes to durability. However, there is still something that is even better than the wub, and that is obsidian. And that is the first thing we're going to be doing today, is upgrading our tools. I actually want an obsidian AIOT. I'm not sure how you pronounce it. Or I'm not sure. But that's the first thing we're going to be doing today, is getting upgrading our tools even more. And we also need some armor, because look at this, folks. We are still wearing all the enchanted stuff that we got from last episode when we went and raided the first 3 levels of this roguelike dungeon. So, without that being said, let's get these tools made. So, if we're going to be making the obsidian, let's check. So, AIOT, yes, it is this obsidian. Look at that durability, 32,000. This thing is insane. But what else we have? There's the black quartz, nah. Emerald, nah. Diamond, 6, nah. Yes, the obsidian one is definitely best. Yeah, Anori, Emeraldic, Void, Diamantine. No, this is definitely the one that we want. So we need to make an obsidian sword, an obsidian pickaxe, axe, shovel, and a hoe. So let's go and crack on and get all these made. So let's have a look in our colossal chest here. There should be quite a bit of obsidian because I went and did some mining. There we go. That should do it. And we shall need some sticks. So let's just grab that there. Right, so let's get this done. So we want some sticks. There we are. Now we want a pickaxe. There we go. An axe. Lovely. A shovel. A hoe. And a sword. That should be it. And then 1 obsidian. Wait, fantastic. Now let's just get that out of there. Yeah, this is just some of the things I've been collecting while mining. These are all Foolcraft. This is something I have never used before, and after collecting the first one, when we went to sleep, we actually got this strange dreams book. I haven't even looked at this yet, so let's just have a quick read of this. Foolcraft is something I've never done before. I've never had a look at it. So what's this? I had the strangest dream last night. In the dream, I took 3 of the strange crystals I've been finding and ground them with a handful of redstone in a bowl using a piece of flint. Okay. The crystals had to be of different types. Yep, got those. But if I did it properly, then the result was strange glowing dust. In the dream, I took the dust and sprinkled it on a bookcase, but the dream ended before I saw what happened. Right, okay, so we need 3 of the crystals, ground them, right, redstone in a bowl and flint. Right. Let's have a look then and see what that does. So let's take 3 of these. So we'll take one of you, one of you, and one of you. Now, do we need something to put this in? So we've got some redstone. I'm pretty sure I've got some flint somewhere. Let's have a look. Like I say, this isn't the actual what we're going to be doing this episode. I'm just curious as to what this actually does. Like I say, I didn't even have a look at this book when we first got it. I thought I'd bring you guys in and we'd do it on camera. Do I even have any flint? I can't see any. Am I just completely missing it? How can we not have flint already? Oh, there we go. Flint. Right, and we need a bowl. There we are. Right, so let's have a look and see. Do we do this in a crafting table? Is that how we do it? Oh, there we go. Salis Mundus. Okay. Does that give us anything? What do we use that for? No idea. Oh, well, you know what? I might actually go and have a word with Fire, because I understand he's been getting right into the Foolcraft. He is the magic man on the server. But we'll leave that for now. Let's stick these back in here. We'll put that there. We'll put the book there as well. And, right, yeah, we'll stick with that in. But for now, let's crack on and make some armor. I want to make some obsidian armor. So, now, there is quite a few different things, different types. Let's have a look. Yeah. Yes, we have this up here from actually additions, or this from tiny progressions. Now, like, the full set gives you resistance, and that is nowhere near as tough. So this is what we want. Can we make this? Now, see, look. Aha. There we go. Change the different types. So we've got the chest plate. We want the boots. Lovely. And the helmet. And the leggings. There we go, folks. Now let's get rid of all this janky stuff here. Oh yeah, there we go. Resistance. How's that looking? Come on, there we go. Looking good. And with our obsidian tool, now we are all geared up. Right, so we have our tools, we have our armor. Now we just need to sort out our food. So as you can see, a lot has changed out here from the first episode. Obviously, most notably, we have a double rainbow. Yeah, there was a chance cube over there. When I broke it, we got a nice double rainbow, which I thought would be a nice little backdrop to some of the crops that we started to grow. Now, last episode, we had just started off with this little patch down here, and we needed to find a decent food supply. Now, if we have a look, there's no mobs around, is there? No, love. I'll tell you what, I don't like being out in the open when I'm spending time looking in the JEI, so let's just head back indoors. I don't want to risk it. So yes, if we have a look at the food supplies, we've got 5 different categories here. Dairy, fruit, grain, protein and vegetable. Now as you can tell, grain is very high because I've been eating a lot of baguettes. Unfortunately, I ran out of baguettes and now I'm on the grape juice. However, if we type into the JEI, so we've got dairy, fruit, grain, vegetable and protein. That will bring us up all the foods that have all of those in them. So all these foods will give us every single one of those buffs. And I'm thinking, I'm not going to bother the thankful dinner, no, or the chicken curry. We're going to go for the ploughman's lunch. That's right. So we need quite a few different items for this. Now, the bread, that's easy. That's just some wheat, ground down to flour and cook it. Apples. If you noticed outside, we have an apple tree. We need onions. That's fine. We can grow those. Sweet pickle. Now, for the sweet pickle, cucumber, sugar. That's fine. Vinegar. Vinegar is made from grape juice, which obviously we've already got. There we go. So that's not a problem. That makes us the vinegar, so we can make the sweet pickles. Now, cheese. For the cheese, we need salt and some milk, as well as the pot. Now, the salt, just water and a pot. Now all of this we are going to get round to auto crafting, and that will give us the cheese. And then we need either pork chops or tofu cons and some eggs. Now these things are going to require a bit more processing. So yes, if we have the raw tofu, now look at this. So we need honey or sugar, cooking oil, tofu, flour, salt. This is a whole different process that we need to set up. Now I have gone and got a bit of prep work done. So as you can see, we have the crops all over here. This should be everything we need, I believe. So let's see, we have soybeans, that is how we get our tofu. Grapes, that'll give us our vinegar. Cucumbers for our pickle. Obviously we've got wheat for flour. There's our onions. Now seaweed, why did I grow this seaweed? I'm sure it must be some reason. And then we've got the sugar cane. Now the only reason I've got the carrots here is so we can grow up the breed the pigs, and we have cows for the milk. So let's take this step by step and get all these things auto crafted, and we need to find an area. This isn't obviously going to be our main base, this is just our starter island, the starter area, so I'm not too worried about making it look good. It's all about the function. So let's start with step 1. Well, it is now the next day from the previous clip, folks, and I've got a little bit more than the first step done, because the first step was to make bread, and that is what all of these sheep and this little contraption here is for. Now those of you who watch the Hermits Play Foolcraft may recognise some of this, in that I did get inspiration for this from Rendog's toast farm. That's right, this is an automated farm. We collect the bone meal from the sheep, it goes through to these users, which use the bone meal on the wheat. That then gets harvested and collected by the hopper down there, which gets ground up by the sag mill. There we go. Straight into a furnace, cooks into bread. And of course the whole thing is powered by a culinary generator, which runs on bread. So yeah, this was the first thing I built, and that's been running while I got the rest. So as you can see, we've got plenty of bread. Fantastic. Now, the next thing for a ploughman's lunch, if we have a look here, there we go, is apples. Now, we could have one oak apple sapling with mechanical users to harvest it, or we could just use the bonsai pots. That's right, we have 10 apple saplings in 10 bonsai pots, which have been running for a while, and yeah, look at that, nearly 1400 apples already. So yeah, apples are good. Now, next thing, we have either the sweet pickle, cheese, and onions. Now, onions we have in here. There we go. We have cucumbers for the sweet pickle, and we have soybean. Now the soybean we need for tofu, but also, if we have a look here, right, so we need firm tofu. And to make firm tofu, you take silken tofu, which comes from soybean, put it through a centrifugal separator, you get firm tofu, but you also get soy milk. Now that soy milk we can use for cheese. So fantastic, we don't even have to worry about those cows. So I might end up actually getting rid of those. Who knows, we might just keep them around a bit for some leather. But yeah, so we can use the soybean for our tofu and for the milk, which is fantastic. Now, what we're actually going to do here is, where did I place it? I think I'm in here. Yes, there we are. We have the farmer from Actually Additions. So I just grabbed these 3 pieces. And what we're going to do is, I'm not sure which way this places down. Does it need to be placed this way? Let's see. Does that work? I think that might work. Now this is going to need power, which is why we have a culinary generator. But also we have these 3 drawers. So what we're going to have is the farmer is going to collect all of these items, put them into the drawers so that we can take those as we need them for our processing. I'm just going to get all of the items processed and made up first, then we're going to combine it all. So I'm going to use a culinary generator to get this thing powered. In fact, I might just see if we've got enough power over here from this to run that as well. Because yeah, look, that's got 100,000 RF in it. And it's always stocked up with bread. You know what? I reckon we probably could. I might just run some power cables from that generator over here. But yeah, I'm going to get all this set up. And then what is next? Because then we need to actually get making the cheese and the sweet pickle. So we still need grape and sugar. Right, I'll get this set up. I should bring it back when we're ready to make the next step. Okay, folks, it's time for a little bit of a confession. Last night, I may have got a little bit carried away. And yeah, we have all of this set up now. This is everything good to go, I do believe. I've got to make one switch and we'll be automatically making the ploughman's lunch. But let me just walk you through what we've got here. So we already know we've got the bread all set up here with the sheep pooping bone meal going through to this farm here, which makes the bread. We have the apples just over here growing nicely. Right, so then over here we have the soybeans, onions and cucumbers growing. Now the soybeans we end up putting through the centrifugal separator into silken tofu, which we put through another separator and we get firm tofu and the soy milk. Okay, with me so far? Okay. Onions, we just have them fine. And the cucumbers, we need to make them into sweet pickles. But over here, we have flour from the beans. They go through a pulverizer, I believe, just down below. And also have the grapes, which make the grape juice, which make the vinegar. Now, the seaweed. I remembered what the seaweed was for, folks. We put the seaweed through a pulverizer. We get salt, as well as some veggie bait. So yeah, that was our salt production. And then we have a sugarcane set up over here. All of these mechanical miners automatically break it. And then using a analog crafter, turn it into sugar. Now all of the wiring for this is down below, and yeah, prepare yourselves guys because it is a mess down there. You ready? Yeah. Yeah, hi. We have cables everywhere. We have these analog crafters everywhere. So here's what I was all about. We have the beans go through a mortar and pestle. That's right, that turns it into flour. This is our grape juice. And the grape juice comes out from here, either goes up or across to make the vinegar. That is the sugar cane going through another analog crafter, turn it into sugar. Then all of these ingredients come together into these three crafters here. So this makes our cheese, this makes the sweet pickles, and this one makes our raw tofacons. Now this tofacon, we actually stick it through a redstone furnace which has a trivection chamber, because that actually gives us extra food. So when we cook this raw tofu up, we actually get 2 cooked from 1. So it's a way of doubling up our supply, which is fantastic. And then all of the ingredients come together into this analog crafter here. As you can see, all goes into making the ploughman's lunch. Now as you can see, there's only one bread in there. It is the bread that we need to go turn on, and then that will start the whole process going, and we will be having automatic ploughman's lunches, guys, which is fantastic. So if we come up here, as you can see, we have these gold blocks here, 1 ploughman's lunch. So let's go and start sending this bread out. This should work. So all we need to do, flip that, we'll put that on there, and we're gonna have to get that right. Come on, maybe we have to do it this way. If we're gonna do it, we want to look proper. There we go, that's better. Right. Is that working? Yes, there we are, folks. We have automated the ploughman's lunch. And that, do you know what? That is just in the nick of time, because we've been living on bread and grape juice, which is why our fruit and grain up. But look, dairy, 10%. Vegetable 12. This is getting dangerously low. So we will get rid of this grape juice. Can we stick this over here? Do we have room? Or we can stick 4 in there. In fact, I might go put this over 9 down and turn it into vinegar. And from now on, folks, we will be eating ploughman's lunches. Yes! How good is that, guys? Episode 2, and we have already automated. Whoa, big lag spike there. Okay, something's going on with this thing. Now that it is all running, yikes. But that's the thing. A lot of these storage drawers, I've actually put in the stack downgrade, so they only hold one stack. So once this is filled up to a stack, it should all stop. None of these machines should be running, so it's not going to be causing a huge amount of lag. So there we go. That's a stack. And as you can see, there we are. Storage downgrade. Only stores one stack. So let's take some of these out. Look at that, straight back up to a stack again. Oh, this is going to feel good. And I can't actually eat it yet. But anyway, there we are, folks. We have fully automated the ploughman's lunch. We have no need to worry about food anymore. Brilliant! Now, one last thing before we go, folks. Remember at the start of this episode, we went and did a little bit of this Foolcraft stuff to make this Salus Mundus. And I didn't know what it was for. Well, yeah, of course, it says in the book. Where are we? The strange glowing dust. In the dream, I took the dust and sprinkled it on a bookcase. But the dream ended before I saw what happened. So, we have a bookcase. Let's see what happens, shall we? Oh, shame. Oh, what on earth? The Thormonomicon. Okay, so, wow. I'm guessing this is how we start to get into Foolcraft. Well, at least we know what it's for now, guys. And to be honest, while I've been out mining and stuff, I found quite a lot more of these crystals, as well as a few rare earths and this. So we found amber before, but preserved curiosity. I've got no idea what that is. So we may delve into a little bit of Foolcraft in the future. And yes, guys, we found another loot case. I've been having to go down to the dungeons to get some ender pearls, and I happen to find an epic mega loot case. So you know what? End of the episode. Let's crack this open and see if we can find something. Which ideally, I want an unbreakable tool. That is what we want. So ready? Here we go. Oh, a chest piece. A samurai chest piece. Oh, very nice. Provides speed 1, jetpack, hover 7 speed. Oh, if we're in free, right? Okay, we need to get some more of this samurai stuff. Look at that. It gives us a jetpack, but still. How's that look? Oh, I'm guessing the texture for it might be a little bit broken. Oh well, but still. Okay, we'll save that for until we've got a few more pieces. Yeah, fantastic. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. We have finally got, I'll say finally, it's only episode 2. We have fully automated a 5 nutrient food. That's right, dairy, grain, fruit, protein, vegetable. We are sorted. Brilliant. Time to bling on the exploration. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this episode. So thank you very much for joining me. If you have enjoyed this episode, please be sure to go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to click subscribe and to ring that bell so you get notified when all the new videos come out. And don't forget to check out the other guys that we're playing with here. The links will be down in the description. But until next time, guys, all that's left for me to say is take it easy, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye, guys. Bye.